Hey everyone, so this is going to be a really quick video on the chords that you just heard me playing, which are some really nice big open sounding chords that we can use in standard tuning. And a nice thing about the shapes as well is once we get used to having our hand rooted up here kind of at the 7th position on the guitar at the 7th fret, we only really need to move one finger at a time to do 4 different chords. So the first chord is going to be a shape that you might have seen before. It's a kind of standard power chord shape where we're rooting our first finger on the 7th fret of the A string. So we've got open, 7, 9, 9, and I'm using my 3rd finger and my little finger here for the D and the G string. So this is going to be an E5 or an E modal chord. So for the rest of these chords, we don't need to move our 3rd or little finger, okay? So the next chord is going to be this A over E chord, okay? So what we're going to do is just take our first finger off, and now I'm going to mute the low E either with my 2nd finger, or if your thumb is kind of resting there, I sometimes use my thumb to mute this low E string, okay? So that's going to be our A over E. Okay, the next chord, we're just going to take our 2nd finger and we're going to put it on the 9th fret of the low E, and then we're going to allow this 2nd finger to mute the A string below it. So now we've got 9, mute, 9, 9, open, open. And this is going to be a C sharp minor 7 chord. Okay, and our last chord is going to be this B over E chord. So we're going to take our first finger, put it on the 7th fret of the low E, and again we're muting the A, but this time we're muting it with our first finger, okay? So this is going to be a B over E chord. Okay, so something else that I like to do with these chords is add in this E flat note into each of them, okay? So it adds a really nice kind of suspended sound, and it's just nice for a little bit of variation if you're using these chords in a progression, okay? So all I'm doing is, if we take our first chord, our E, I'm replacing my little finger that's currently on the 9th fret of the G with my 2nd finger, which is going to be on the 8th fret of the G. So 9th fret to the 8th fret. And we can do that with each of the chords. So we've got A again, C sharp minor, and then our B over E. So if I play you a little progression, or the same progression that I played at the start of the video now, but with adding in that E flat note, it'll sound like this. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to learn more chords and strumming patterns and things like that, you can check out my Patreon, which is linked in the description below. But if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.